What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to Deborah's Tutorials. Today I'm going to be making a couple of card tags. My dad is an Air Force veteran. Also, he's a Vietnam War veteran. So I wanted to make him a tag, and then I had a friend of mine who wanted to get a card tag made as well. So I thought I'd jump on my computer right quick and design a couple of card tags, and I'm going to be making them today as soon as Amazon drops off my package with my card tags in it. So these are the two designs that I did. I did one for my dad, he was a master sergeant in the United States Air Force. He's now retired. And then I did a DJ one for a friend of mine. Um, Now I actually have this design created for him. This was actually an actual picture of him DJing, so I thought it would look excellent on a car tag. So I've already created them. Um, Now I'm just going to print them out. So I'm going to uh, save them or export them out because I'm designing them right now on Vinyl Master, but I don't print from Vinyl Master. I always print from Photoshop. So I am going to export it and save it right here as a PNG. And I like to increase my DPIs, resolutions, to 400. I usually do 450 on the smaller items, but since I'm trying to do a batch with two different ones on one sheet, I just want to use one sheet of sublimation paper. It won't allow me to do 450 because it's too much. The items are too big. So that's why I did it for 400. You could do it at 300, leave it at 300. I just like to bump up my DPIs for crisper images. All right. So now what I am going to do is I had dragged and dropped it into Photoshop. So when I drag and drop into Photoshop, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I had already dragged and dropped it before I decided to do the tutorial. So what I do is I'll pull up my file and I find the file, which I did. I have it saved right here as card tag. And when you do a drag and drop, you just drag it and drop it into Photoshop. And it's already sized to the measurements that I sized it when I created it in Vinyl Master. Each card tag is 12 inches wide by 6 inches in height. So I just added a little overlap 0.15. Trying to think if I should go a little bit more than that. I'm going to try 0.15 for now. So I did this one at 12.15 and I did the bottom at 12.15. And I'm just going to ungroup them to make sure 12.15, 6.15, 12.15, 6.15. All right, so they are correct. And I usually will just group that together and then export it out. And that's how I got it together on a batch sheet, which is what you see right here. So now I'm going to print. I'll click File, Print, and this printer of the Photoshop print settings will pop up. So right now I have it set for my Epson 4700 because that's the last printer I used to print off of. So I need to make sure I change that. I have a SureColor F1000 or 170, but this is going to be too big to print. Even if I did a single one, it would be too big because it's too long. It's more than 11 inches wide. So I would have to use 11 by 17 paper anyway. So I'm going to be printing off of my Epson EcoTank 15,000. So now I'm going to go into my print settings to make sure my 11 by 17 paper is selected. I already have my settings preset, but I'm just going to go over them with you. For the Crafting Besties paper that I'm using, I'm printing presentation paper matte. I want to make sure my quality is high. If you wanted to preview what it would look like first before the print, you would click preview, but I don't want to. I want to come over here and make sure mirror image is set, and then where it says color correction, I always double check to make sure it says no color management. The reason why I have no color management set is because these settings are strictly for your printer. When printing from Photoshop, you use Photoshop to manage your print colors, so you don't need the printer colors set on the printer, if that makes sense to you guys. Yeah. All right. So I just realized that these aren't going to fit on the 11 by 17 paper anyway, not as a batch. And the reason why is because, it's more than 11 inches wide. So I'm going to have to do them separate regardless. I can't batch them. If I had 13 by 19 paper, I could do the batch. But I just realized I can't do that because I don't have the paper. So what I'm going to have to do is go back in here, ungroup them, and I'm going to have to export them out separately. So I'm going to export that one. And I'm going to just leave it in this file. So this one is for Dad, car tag. And I'm going to save it. Now, since it's smaller, I can bump my resolutions up to 450. And now I'm going to export his. Name it is DJV and 450. All right. So now I'm going to go back to Photoshop. I'm going to close this out. And now I'm going to drag and drop again. All right. So we're going to do DJVs first. And that's how his is going to look. It's already sized, so I don't have to mess with it. I'm going to go to print and select my 15,000. Come over here, make sure my 11 by 17 is set. My settings are correct. They're correct. Hit OK. Then come right here to where it says color management. These are your color management settings for the Photoshop. So I want Photoshop to manage colors, and I'm using Cosmos ink, so I want to select the Cosmos ink color profile. Here where all your printer color profiles are stored, so I'm using Cosmos. Normal printing, and I want the rendering intent to set to perceptual. Sorry. All right. So I notice here by this preview right here, I can move it up to put where I want it to print on the paper. So say if I had printed something on a piece of paper and I wanted to use the other half, I can come in here and select where I want it to print out. I'm noticing it's cut off, and that's because I need to change the orientation. If each one were shorter than 11 inches combined, I could print both of them together on the sheet sideways, but they're both 6 inches in height, at least in height, so I have to do them together, separately. Now, if I had some 8.5 by 14, you know what, guys? I am going to make myself some 8.5 by 14 paper from this 11 by 7 because I really want to use my Epsom Surecolor. So hold on one second. Let me cut some paper right quick. fine, guys. Here I come. I'm cutting 2 sheets. Hold on 1 second. So this is my first time trying this. I'm gonna see if it works. If it doesn't work, then oh well. I just have to print it on the 15,000. So I'm gonna go to print settings, sublimation. When you're doing the SureColor, you only have 2 paper types to choose from. So I'm choosing rigid. That is the recommended setting for tumblers. Anything hard, if you were doing softer materials, you would then change it to textile. I want high, and I'm going to select legal paper, 8.5 by 14. Mirror my image. My color management is off, and I want Photoshop to manage my colors, and I am selecting Cosmos ink because yes, I did put Cosmos ink in the SureColor F170. I sure did. Some folks say you don't want to do it because you don't want to mess up your warranty, but if the SureColor F170 was only $3.99, that Epson EcoTake 15,000 was $5.99, and if I put that ink in the $599 printer and risk the warranty, why not put it in the $3.99? I mean, come on. Your warranty is only a year anyway. They're usually pretty good within a year. After a year, it's not going to matter what ink you put in there because it's no longer a warranty. So that is why I put that ink in there, because I want to continue to use my Cosmos ink and my Craft and Besties paper. So it is now printing. So what I did was I actually cut the paper. This paper tray is kind of short, so I just had to leave a little bit of it sticking out. But you can see the one is printing already. And I just made sure I pushed the tray all the way in. And it is printing now. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start the other one so it can start printing. So I'm going into Photoshop. I want to close that. And then I want to select my next one, which is the dad card tag. Drag and drop it. File, print. Since my print settings are already set from the one that's currently printing, I don't have to change anything. So I'm going to hit print. So both of them are now going to be printing out. So now, just going to wait for them to print. Amazon has not arrived yet with my card tags. So once they arrive, I will do another video of actually pressing them. And then I'll post the final results. I'll catch you guys in a few as soon as Amazon gets here with my car tags. All right, so they have finished printing. And I just wanted to come on here and show you guys the quality of the print coming off of the SureColor F170. That is that one. And then that is that one. There's that one. So I can't wait to sub these and see how they turn out. All right, hey guys, look what Amazon just delivered. All right. So first thing I'm going to do, there is a clear film on top of these. I got these from Amazon. It was a pack of 12 for, I think it was like $34. Total was $39 with tax. These are 12 by 6. So I'm going to remove the film so you guys can see. Just taking my X-Acto knife, being careful not to scratch, so I can lifting it up so I can grab and peels right off. Same thing with this one. Peel right off. All right. So now I am going to clean them, make sure there's nothing on them. To wipe this one off as well. All right. Here are the two designs. And it really doesn't matter which one is top or the bottom. I'm just going to lay it down on. Center it up, make sure it looks good, and I'm going to tape. Now I like to tape all my sides, top, bottom, left and right. Move that one to the side. Now I'm going to do this one. That's the DJV. Okay, looks good. Taping it down. Taping it down. Alright guys, I'm about to run out here to my heat press. I have a 15 by 15, so I'm going to place both of these on there at the same time, I hope. And I'll be right guys, I'm outside at the heat press. Let's get my camera set up. Alright. So I did have it set at 365, but I think I'm gonna bump it up to 375. And I'm going to place a piece of butcher paper down, and then I'm going to place both of them on here on top of the butcher paper. All right, so get a clean piece to place on top. And I need to change it from 60 seconds to 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes, guys. So, and at medium pressure, and there she's off. All right, we'll be back once I get the 120 seconds. About 10 more seconds, about 10 more seconds. Remove that. And if you know, you know. I don't mess with nothing hot. It's going to the fan. Take them over there and set them in front of the fan. Let it cool off for a little bit. See how fast I can touch it without gloves. Oh, you guys, I don't play around with nothing hot. I do not want to burn myself. Look at that. That's one. Oh, he is going to love it. Dad doesn't know I'm making this for him, so he can take the other one off the front of his car that you can barely see. But here it is. Alright guys, as always, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna post a better picture at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and share and comment if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. Take care. Bye bye.